talk about the English player hype and the English player tax. Because when, Baron, you mentioned this, didn't you, the other day about talking about it? And I thought about it, right? It's like, Grealish was how
100 million. Is he a £100 million player? When you're buying
you could
people
go into the Italian league and buy a player for 5 million of the same quality.
Yeah, easily. I mean, you just stick to the Premier League, and what I mean by like the English tax on players is 100 million for Jack Grealish. Arsenal, for the same amount of money, got in Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Jorginho. It was all with loads of pocket change.
Is Grealish as good as Mahrez?
No way.
No, not for me.
So what was Mahrez? 30 million?
I'm going to throw it out there as well. No, they paid 60 million for him, didn't they, Mahrez? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they did. But also, he's not even that young, is he, Jack Grealish? He's well into his 20s. So I mean, people go on about this young. Yeah, he's this young. I mean, I'm not trying to have a hate campaign against him because I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but he's not £100 million. And you look at some other players that happen, like you say, you can go to like a Serie A team or a La Liga team and pick up a player, or the young Brazilian. I mean, Real Madrid bought brought Neymar for like 30 million back in the day and things like that. You can pick him up.
Here's a good one for you. I've got a good one for you. So in the same season, in Liverpool by Andy Carroll and Suarez.
Yeah. And Andy Carroll was 35 million and Suarez was like 18. That's a great example.
Because he's English.
Yeah.
If he was I don't just want to pick a country, but if he was like Polish or Russian or Macedonian, he would have been a couple of mil, 2.5 mil tops.
Yeah. I mean, it's because young English talent, isn't it? It's like, it's just everyone, isn't it? It's just madness, isn't it?
You've also got to look.
Does that happen in Spain?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. But like normally,
Real Madrid pay a lot more money for a Spanish player than they would a Brazilian. I don't think
they would
into it.
No, but like they do seem to create a lot of good youngsters, don't they? Like maybe not Real.
Yeah, they come from the academies, don't they?
Barcelona's academy is like second to none, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know
I think would they pay for Vinny?
That was 30+ million, wasn't it? That was quite a lot of money, wasn't it? And he was only like 16 at the time. But you look at him now.
If he was playing for Arsenal and City wanted to buy him, you're looking at 120, 130.
Yeah.
Selling to rivals as well, aren't you? And also, like with the English players, you have to register a certain amount of homegrown players and stuff like that in England. So that helps because then you can have more foreign players in there. If you can get a good player that's English.
That's why Man City's third choice goalkeeper is Scott Carson at like 42 years old, because they need to register English players, and he's just never really going to play, is he? It's the same reason. It's the same reason why Man United got Tom Heaton in. They use it. They use it, and if you're under the age of 21, you don't need to be registered anyway because you can just play.
Yeah.
I'll say that's probably the reason that Fraser Forster is Tottenham's second choice keeper as well.
Again, yeah, it will be because they need. I think it's a minimum of 8 homegrown players in a Premier League squad.
Yeah. So that helps. If you get a good player that's not just a filler that will actually play games and it ticks that box as well, then I guess
that's probably why they did buy someone like Jack Grealish over a player that wasn't. But there's so many ways around it because, again, like Hector Bellerin, because he moved to the country when he was 16 years old and trained at Arsenal and got into the first team, he then became a homegrown player because he had trained.
You have to sign him young.
Yeah, so I mean, it can be done other ways. What?
Sign him young, Andrew. Sign him young.
Develop him.
That's not much better.
We're going into the grooming ring now. Yeah. Calm down a bit.
But
that's some Wenger territory.
It worked.
He changed the game. But I just think, I don't. Maybe you've hit the nail right on the head there, because you need to have 8 English players in your team, and if you can't do it, you have to leave a player spare. Do you know what I mean? So if you can't do it,
surely that doesn't mean you have to buy Jack Grealish for 100 million.
No, he had a
Carroll for 35.
They had a release clause, didn't they? And they met it. That was the only reason. And obviously, Aston Villa weren't selling. But I do agree with you. It seems weird. I'm trying to think of other players now, but I can't really think.
Okay, all right. Would you rather let's say Grealish was still at Villa? Would you rather go to Villa and pay 100 million for Grealish, or go to Chelsea and pay 40 to 50 million for Conor Gallagher? Because I'd rather have Grealish rather than pay 40, 50 million for a player that, if I'm Man City, he ain't never going to start. A bit like Calvin Phillips, he's another one. Never going to be an important player for them. Like, he's signed because he's English. You know, you'd rather spend a lot of money on something that you're going to use, right, than spend a sizable amount on something that's just going to sit and gather dust.
Yeah, but Chelsea and Man City have done it for years. They've brought the young English talent and just let them rot on the bench, didn't they? That's, they're known for it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Calvin Phillips has been injured a lot of the season, but like Jack Grealish does play occasionally. But yeah, I mean, he's never really going to get in the team, is he? Over Mahrez,
In the form, actually,
Foden.
Grealish.
Is he? How many goals he got this season?
I don't know his stats, but he's been in
2,
good form.
3.
He's been in the best form of his Man City career.
And he's got 3 goals.
Stats, though. Even at Villa, he's never had good stats.
I think he's well overrated.
He's never.
He's not a striker, is he? They play him on the wing, but he was a midfielder.
I mean, Saka's got 10 goals and 10 assists this season. You know,
He's a winger, though. He's an attacker.
What? Jack Grealish, Shane? He's not.
Wing, ain't he?
So the difference, I think here, they play him on left wing, but the way he plays the game is he draws foul. He's never been known for his goal scoring. Saka is like a dynamic, will run at you, will have shots. Grealish wins your penalties. Grealish, controls the game from midfield. Like, I don't know why Pep plays him as a winger. I swear he never played there for Villa. Like, I swear he's a midfielder. Like, I just don't see him as the same. I don't expect. Maybe more assists from him, but I don't expect the goals from Grealish that I expect.
I think that's a very wild statement, that when you've got an attacking player, you don't expect goals from him. I think...
No, I don't.
That's what you're paid. That's what they're paid for.
No, but he's been played there. He was always a midfielder.
Lacazette last year got
he's a striker.
Got 15 assists, didn't score any goals, so they got shipped him on. They moved him on. So
yeah, I expect goals from my striker.
He shouldn't be judged for scoring goals then.
Yeah, I expect goals from my striker.
I find that a strange statement to make. I don't think forward players.
I've got to go with Barron. If you've got wingers, you want them to score and assist.
Yeah.
If he's not a winger,
I mean, Eden Hazard. How many goals?
You comparing Hazard?
He's a winger. He's played.
Yeah, I am.
Hazard is not the same kind of player as Grealish. If you're buying,
if you go on FIFA right now and put in Jack Grealish,
we're not playing FIFA. It's real life, man. Real life. Right?
He played left wing for Villa.
He's just not that kind of player. Like, do you think Pep bought him with the mind that he was going to get 15 goals a season?
No, at least 50 assists.
I would say he probably did think if I spent 100 million on a player, I'd want 20 goals and assists. 100 million. He's the British transfer record holder. 100 million.
100% they overpaid for him. I'm not disputing that at all. Like, they definitely overpaid for him.
I can't believe you're sitting there and justifying it.
Because if you had Jack Grealish in your team, Andrew, if you had Jack Grealish in your team and you went up to him, give him some goals for the season, you would say, "Don't worry about assists, don't worry about goals, just play football."
Win penalties.
No, I said I expect more assists from him. I didn't say I don't expect any assists. I said that goals is not the main reason I'm playing Jack Grealish. If I'm Man City and I want goals, I'm playing Mahrez and then I'm playing, one of the other wingers that I've got. I'll play Bernardo Silva out there, who's more of a goal threat. It's not why I'm playing Jack Grealish. If I'm putting him in my team,
15. I would expect 15 to 25 goals, like not goals, or goals
and assists. Yeah, goals and assists.
15 to 25. You pay 100 mil for the guy.
Yeah, the other thing is he don't start every week. Pep rotates his team like anything. Like, if he ain't playing every game, how's he going to get that many goals?
He's in the best team in the world. I mean,
the best squad in the world.
Best squad in the world.
Yeah.
If I was in charge of a Man City, I would be expecting, even if they are subs, I'd be expecting minimum 10 goals and assists a season, minimum. And I think Bill's right in saying probably 15, because I think, especially in a Man City team, I mean, at an Everton, you might think 5 is good, but I still think that's useless. I just think
you're going to get more, aren't you? Though in a lower team like a Villa and an Everton, because you're the main man, right? Everything goes through you.
You get less chances,
but everything goes through you. Everything that happens.
He's playing with the best best players in the world. He's got the
assisted him
best
twice.
central midfielder in the league, probably on the planet, the best striker in the world, if not the planet. And he's got, I'm going to Google, where's my phone? I'm going to Google it. How many assists and goals has he got this season?
And check how many appearances and how many starts that he's actually had as well.
I'll get it all up. I'll get it all up right now. Because I just can't.
Wow, it's even worse.
Is it? Have you got it up?
Oh, wow.
He was born
Yeah.
September 10th.
Yeah, don't go when he was born.
He's from Birmingham. He's 5'9". Positions winger.
Yeah, it's because that's why Pep plays in. That's obviously where he's going to be listed.
He has scored 6 goals in 47 appearances.
Gee, yeah, no, it's bad.
How many of them were starts?
Well, you know, he's never scored.
I'm just trying to work that one out. I'm just trying to find that one
He's
out.
only ever had one. He's only ever had one professional season where he's assisted more than 10 goals.
It's just bad, isn't it?
Yeah, so exactly that actually proves my point. If that's his best season, why is Pep buying him? Suddenly expecting him to get all these goals and goal contributions if he's never got them before? Like you buy him to gain control of a game, to take players on. If he breaks the lines, it's creating space for other players. It's not just all about, right, I paid this much for you, you need to get this many goals. Like, there's more to football than that. Like, it's a team game, is what I'm trying to say. You need players like that are going to score the goals, obviously. But it doesn't need to be every player.
No, I think he's playing with a front three. They need to be contributing, all of them.
Yeah.
We'll leave it up to debate. We'll leave it up to
the most
see what people
expensive
think.
English player ever.
Yeah,
Right,
definitely overpaid.
This segues us in real nicely for English player hype. We hype the shit out of our English players. They have a bad game and we destroy them.
Or bad
Why
season.
do we hype them up so much?
Why do we hype them up so much? I think it's fans, aren't they? Get excited, you see a player. I mean, I think people like it, didn't they?
I don't even think it's just English players. I mean, listen to us go on about Martinelli. He's not English, but we hype the hell out of him. He's Brazilian. I think it's just supporters of clubs and hype up their players.
Yeah, they will always stand by their players.
Baron said that thing the other day with the stats with Martinelli and Rashford. It's basically level.
Yeah, they basically played the same amount of games.
Rashford is so hyped in this country.
Yeah, I
he'd
agree.
probably
Actually,
go for double the amount.
And
if he went to
I'm just going to point out, Martinelli was £6 million.
Yeah,
no English tax on that.
Cheap as chips.
You won't. Yeah, they have. I think. Yeah, what was it? I think Rashford had scored one more goal than Martinelli, but Martinelli has one more assist than Rashford this season. And they played. I think Martinelli has played 2 more games. But basically, like, no one's really talking about how great Martinelli's season is. Everyone is saying how wonderful Rashford's season is.
I'm quite happy with that, to be honest.
No, he could be as good as Mbappe.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I think it's what we're trying to.
I don't want any clubs coming in trying to buy him. just let him think Martinelli ain't having a good season. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's more the media in the country.
I think because
and I think a lot
we're English, and obviously we are looking at English. We're going to hype the English players up more, aren't we? Because we want them to do well for the country. We want to, and as soon as they do fall, or as soon as they make a mistake, they do back down, like come down on them with like crash and thud, don't they?
We destroy them.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people, right? The media does hype them up, and then some people will read the media, the articles, right? And the articles will be like, right, this player is on fire. He's this, he's that, he's that. And then they'll go say, oh yeah, what about this player? But based on what that journalist has said, and then it just grows and grows and grows. And half those people haven't even seen the player or haven't watched the game or whatever. Like, there could be an Arsenal game on or a Chelsea game on or whatever, and someone could come tell me that game was great, that player was on fire, and then me not having watched the game could go to somebody else and say, oh, did you hear about the Chelsea game? That guy was on fire. I don't know he's on fire. I've just heard that from someone else. And then the hype just sort of builds. So I just think, the media, once they get hold of something, they just build players up and then people jump on the bandwagon a bit.
Fair enough. Right, I've done enough debating for a bit, and we'll go in to Hughes' charity game, unless anyone else has anything to say.
I've got one thing to say. That Hughes thinks it's okay for wingers not to score goals.
I didn't say that.
And he hates gingers.
And he hates gingers.
Not gonna
Murray Gray.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on.
I'm going to throw
Or
your
throw
insight.
something at Baron.
Your insight on football is amazing. Hate gingers. Demarai Gray is the best winger of all time, and it's okay not to score goals if you're a winger.
But you take what I say and you change. I never said Demarai Gray was the best player of all time. I said he was underrated, which he clearly is because you all
It's
hate
because
him.
Demarai Gray doesn't score goals and assists. That's why he's a great winger.
That's why it's great. Well, anyway,
You
yes,
can't
move
just-
on.
You can't just look at output. Like output's important, but there's other bits, other things to consider.
It's a bit like
Right.
it's a bit like Wales for Man United, isn't he? He's awful.
But you know what?
Bad.
No. Let's quickly. You know, with that,
He's
a lot of
every
United fans actually like him.
Yeah, because they're deluded. And they're off their heads.
You know, a lot of United fans actually want him to stay. Like maybe
I know,
not his
yeah.
first choice, but they want him in the squad, like as another option. So
Yeah.
They've also got no ambition.
Unfortunately, I do know a lot of Man United fans, and they've all said the same. And I've watched him, and I think you're playing for Man United, biggest club in the world, and you've missed from 5 yards out. I just and
There's better players in the Championship.
much better.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I got tons of soul on my true collective ball. Famous is so famous, number one. This